All right, here's video number 3, and we will finish this up. Okay, so on this one we have a function g of x equals negative 1/3 times x, and we're substituting into the same function for each of these. So we're going to substitute 0, negative 1/3 times 0 would be 0, right? If we wrote this as an ordered pair, it would be 0, 0. On the next one, g of negative 1, that's going to be negative 1/3 times negative 1. So that makes a positive 1/3. If we wrote this as an ordered pair, it would be negative 1, 1/3. And then on the third evaluating number, we're going to put in a 3. We have g of 3 equals negative 1/3 times 3. So that would be negative 1. So we've got 3, negative 1. Okay, and so that's it on the evaluating. Please don't make this harder than it has to be. It's just substitution. Substitute, be careful with signs, you know, when you're calculating, so you don't mess anything up there. And then just evaluate. Remember, no solving. Okay, so let's look at these graphs. On the first one, it says find f of negative 2. So what that is saying is when x equals negative 2, what is y? Okay, and that's what the first two basically are saying. When x is this, what's y? Okay, so on the first one, we're looking at the f function, and it's a graph. Let's go to negative 2. Here's negative 2. Whoops, that doesn't show up very good. Let me use a different color. So at negative 2, I'm at negative 1. So y equals negative 1, or we can write this as an ordered pair. Right? That's the ordered pair, negative 2, negative 1, if you look at that graph. On the second one, it says find g of negative 4. So let's go over here on the g. The g function's the bottom graph. Negative 4 down to this point on the graph, and we're at negative 5. So y equals negative 5 in this case. Remember, this is my x. And that could be written as the ordered pair, negative 4, negative 5. I'm fine with you just saying y equals negative 5. That's okay. Okay. On the next one, it says find all the values of x such that f of x equals negative 2. This is saying that if, when, let's write it this way, when y equals negative 2, what is my x values, right? What's x? Now, sometimes there'll be more than one, so it depends on the graph. So let's take a look at this. Y equals negative 2 would be right here, right? So it would be this point and this point on the graph. So there are two answers on this particular one. And those two answers would be negative 3 and negative 1. Now, if we wrote these as ordered pairs, we would have negative 3, negative 2, because remember, y is negative 2 for both, right? Both answers. And so that's what you do. You kind of have to think about it backwards. Okay, so y is negative 2. What are my x coordinates? On the next one, it says to find all the values of x such that g of x is 0. Well, that means we're on the on the x-axis, not the y-axis, right? So we're right here at this point, and this point, and that point. So this one actually has 3 different ones on the graph. So when y equals 0, x is negative 3, 0, and 2. And then that's it on that video.